The night was dark and stormy, the kind of weather that made travelers anxious. At the small, remote airport, it seemed like there was no one else around except for a lone aircraft sitting on the tarmac, its engines eerily silent. Inside the terminal, a sense of unease hung heavy in the air. Tom, a seasoned pilot, had been grounded here due to the sudden and violent storm that had swept through the area. He wasn't alone. A few stranded passengers paced nervously, hoping to catch the first flight out in the morning. But something about the place didn't sit right with Tom. It felt haunted, like the whispers of the past still lingered in the air. As Tom wandered around the terminal, he noticed a series of old photographs displayed on the walls. They were images of happier times, when this airport had been bustling with activity. Families reuniting, travelers sharing laughs, and flight attendants welcoming passengers with warm smiles. Tom couldn't help but wonder what had happened to transform this place into a ghostly haven. As he turned a corner, he saw a flicker of movement out of the corner of his eye. Startled, he followed the shadowy figure that seemed to dart between the abandoned check-in counters. The only sound was the creaking of the old wooden floors beneath his boots. Tom reached the end of the corridor, and there, standing by the windows, was the source of the ghostly movement, a small child, a girl in a tattered and dirty dress. She was facing away from him, her long, matted hair obscuring her face. "Hey there," Tom called out gently. "Are you lost?" The girl turned around slowly, revealing a pale face with empty, lifeless eyes. Tom's heart skipped a beat as he took in her ghostly appearance. She raised a bunny hand and pointed toward the storm outside, where lightning flickered in the distance. "They're coming," she whispered, her voice a mere whisper in the wind. Before Tom could react, the lights in the terminal began to flicker, and the room grew colder. He heard faint, echoing footsteps, as if a horde of unseen entities were drawing near. Panic set in, and he turned to flee, but the doorway he had entered through was gone. He was trapped. Desperate and terrified, Tom searched for an exit, but the haunted airport seemed to have a sinister will of its own. The shadows seemed to come alive, swirling around him, and the temperature continued to drop. Then from the darkness emerged a haunting procession of ghostly figures, passengers, pilots, flight attendants, all wearing uniforms from a bygone era. They drifted towards him with mournful expressions, their eyes empty and hollow. Tom realized that the airport was not just haunted, it was a gateway to the past, a place where the spirits of travelers trapped in limbo still roamed. He was now one of them, a lost soul in the eternal night of the haunted airport. As the spectral figures closed in, their cold hands reached out for him, their voices echoing in a chorus of despair. The child's words haunted him to his core as they enveloped him. "They're coming." And then the lights in the terminal went out completely, and the haunted airport became an abyss of darkness, a place where time had no meaning, and the trapped souls would forever wander, searching for a way out. The storm outside raged on, and the lone aircraft on the tarmac remained silent, a silent sentinel to the airport's grim and chilling history. If you liked the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.